Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, King Deal, Lord Frey, Grim Clover, Internet Blood Sports, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. And who exactly is responsible for the anime ruined Nintendo narrative? I saw a thread on 4chan talking about it, bitching about it for the millionth time, and people have been consistently bringing up Dunkey, Arlo, and maybe occasionally people like Josh Thomas, the BitBlock, YouTubers. And I'm inclined to agree because this seems like a relatively recent phenomenon, something that I did not grow up seeing, something that seems to have popped up out of nowhere, that seems to be pushed by these complete parasites leeching leeching off the popularity of a console brand. It is disgusting to me that these people who grew up in the age of stuff like Tales of Symphonia, which was super popular on GameCube, games like Fire Emblem, becoming popular, games that obviously take anime influence like Kid Icarus Uprising, games like The Legend of Zelda, which has always had an anime aesthetic when it comes to the art books and stuff like that. That was always a thing. Like I am very hard pressed to think of any Nintendo franchise that does not have some anime-esque influence. Like Metroid was the closest thing I could come up with, but then I realized that like, wait a minute, there was a tie-in manga that really explained like Samus's backstory and her origin and stuff like that for Zero Mission, right? Surprisingly good manga, by the way. When I read it a while back. So my question is, and I think I speak for all Nintendo fans when I say this, what exactly are you angry about? Like you're angry that Nintendo has utilizes this specific art style? Like you can't say the games are all the same because they aren't. Like if you're saying that Xenoblade and Fire Emblem are like identical, indistinguishable franchises, you're delusional, right? If you're saying that like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 hasn't taken like major changes from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, you don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't understand this mindset, this this endless bitching about games from a variety of different developers in a wide variety of genres that just happen to fall under like this preconceived anime aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, and what it comes down to, and what I think is the root of the problem, right? The real reason that Arlo is complaining about this, the reason that RGT is bitching about this, the reason that like Josh Thomas bitches about it, is because these people, YouTubers, need to generate outrage for clicks, right? There's no reason to get angry at these games for existing, but because these people are YouTubers, because they are literal parasites, they have to make controversies out of nothing, right? That's why you're seeing people bitching about Mario Strikers and its content. That's why you're seeing people bitching about like Nintendo Switch Online, and it's why you're seeing people bitch about all things the anime aesthetic. And it is something that and I'm sure like lots of other people, are getting increasingly sick of. And I do want to outright condemn this as being something that's like completely disingenuous. It makes no sense. It's disrespectful to the creators, I think, who clearly love this kind of visual style and this kind of presentation. I think it is absurd that there's been such a concentrated push to create this narrative that this style of game is undesirable to the Nintendo audience because it simply isn't true, right? The Japanese culture is enriched deeply in Nintendo's history and its lineup of games. I find it disgusting that you would suggest that there's something wrong with them taking influence from things in their from other mediums and other ideas, like trying to incorporate that into their own work. Like there's nothing to be angry about. Like I've said this over and over again, but this are the this is just a bunch of hacks, a bunch of parasites looking to cause trouble.